Namaste, hip hop hooray. What's going on, women and girls from across the world? It's your man, Mikey Bud, coming at you with another wonderful workout. And I know, fellas, you're like, Mikey, you always say boys and girls. What up? What's up, man? Listen, unless you're a seahorse, this video isn't going to do you much good, all right? So go out and enjoy yourself. I'll catch you for the next one. But for all my new moms, whether it's the first time, second, third, if you're like my grandma the ninth time, it doesn't matter. I want to say a huge, huge, huge congratulations to you for not only producing this happy, healthy baby that is now a part of our world, but the fact that you were bearing it for 9 months, probably even dealing with things before it. It's such a magical miracle, and I don't want you to just gloss over it. I know as a man, but also just in our daily lives as humans, hearing about pregnancy, hearing about people giving birth, I always knew it came with pain and endurance, but I never really fully understood it until I started working with more pregnant women. I had a client who had SPD, her baby was upside down. We were working really hard, and I'm so happy that she was able to avoid breech, no C-section. The baby's here. He's so adorable, and I'm so proud of her because there's the amount of work that she did, just to make it happen. Obviously, with the help of her partner, I like to give myself a little credit too. But the fact, what I'm trying to say is that this is not an easy thing. So please don't gloss over it. Don't be hard on yourself if you feel like there's one thing you have to be like or the next day has to look like this. The fact is that you showed up. The fact that you're even watching this video, please give yourself credit for that because you could be anywhere else and you're not. So let's just take a moment of gratitude and thank ourselves for even showing up and being here. Big inhale through your nose and exhale. Awesome. So friends, this is going to be a very easy routine that we kind of move through. I want to split it into two parts. The first part is going to be between your brand new baby, literally 3 weeks, and then the other part is going to be a little bit more when you're in the 6 to 8 week. The idea is to progress your body back to where it once was. And we have to start with the very simple things like closing up the abdominal muscles, getting the pelvis back to where it was, getting the hips back to where they were. So we're going to start very easy with this. You don't need much. You just need a chair and a pillow. Doesn't have to be like a Tempur-Pedic or memory foam pillow. Just anything that can be cushy, something that you could put between your legs when it comes out of time. All right. So first thing we're going to do is go into a child's pose. So you can put that pillow off to the side, knees apart, forehead to the floor, and we're going to take 5 deep breaths here. Three more. And last one. Excellent. Crawl your hands to the left corner of your mat. Right hand can go on top. And we're going to get a little side body stretch here, right underneath the right armpit towards the rib cage. Those are also known as your lats. Change sides. One more inhale, one more exhale. Excellent. And then we'll come onto all fours, tabletop. And just pause here for a moment. Okay, so we want to really align ourselves properly. Make sure that the hands are directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. And all we're going to do is breathe here. So I want you to take a big inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, relax. Good. Now I want you to think about the sides of your body here, okay? So take a big inhale. See if you could inflate those areas. Good. Finally, I want you to think about your back, okay? Because the lungs have a lot of space in the back, actually. So when we take a big breath in, we should expand the back a little bit more. Excellent. And now what we're going to do is called 360 breathing. That just means breathing basically in all different directions, not just the front, not just the sides, not just the back, all three included. So if you want to stabilize yourself, you can make a little tripod with your right hand center. Maybe put the hands around the belly. Doesn't have to be a huge grip here, just enough. So I'm feeling the belly push out. I'm feeling the sides expand. Good, let's change hands. Other one down. And again, we're just using the other one as a tool to help feel what it is we're trying to feel. Excellent. Okay, you're going to grab a hold of that pillow, place it underneath your hands. And if you want to give a little shake out to the hands, probably not a bad idea. And then we'll do some cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, round. Let's do that 3 more times, okay? Excellent. Come to a flat back, neutral spine, easy. Good. Right, threading the needle. We're going to take the right arm and slide it underneath the left. Hold it here. If it feels okay, then you're welcome to crawl that left hand up, but don't force anything, especially if you're in these first weeks here. The whole idea of the pillow is that we can chill while our arm does almost little to no effort reaching. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale. Excellent. If it feels okay, you can reach the right arm up. Otherwise, just bring it back onto the pillow. And let's stretch the left up. And then thread it. Now, if that stretch before feels too much, especially if you're like on day 1 after giving birth, don't do it. You should at least give yourself a couple days. Let's take about 10 more seconds here. Awesome. And then gently set the left hand down. Beautiful. Whew. All right, friends, let's do a couple more of those 360 breaths like this. Big inhale, span the whole body. And exhale. And one more. Excellent. All right, friends, we're going to make our way onto the sides. So I recommend probably having 2 pillows here just in case your head does sink down a little bit much. We're going to put one pillow between our knees, and the other one is going to be right underneath our head. So we're going to take 5 deep breaths for each side, all right? So again, you can put your hand around the belly and the ribs just to really make sure they're expanding. And then feel them get smaller as you exhale. Let's do that 4 more times. Breathe in. And out. Excellent. Nice and gently, we're going to switch sides. You could either roll onto your back, or if you have the capacity to just move to the other side, you could do that instead too, all right? Okay, here we go, friends. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. I swear I could go to sleep if I just do this. One more deep breath. Excellent, guys. All right. Getting ourselves gently up. We're going to come into a kneeling position. And then I like to call these my lobster claws. But you're going to put your lobster claws just around your waist here. So 4 fingers in the front, thumbs in the back. And this is where we'll really be able to feel the entire body when it breathes, all right? So again, all we're sticking with is this diaphragmatic breathing. We want to take a big, long inhale. And exhale. Let's do that 4 more times, yeah? Try to notice the back, what it feels like as it pushes against your hand. Excellent. Go ahead, gently take a seat. Now the chair is going to come in handy here because we're going to be doing some anti-gravity things. But before we do, I'm going to have you throw that one pillow underneath your knees. Lying down. And again, let's just focus on the breathing here. So slow inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly gets smaller. Let's do 4 more. And 1 more. Very nice, friends. All right, now we're going to take that pillow, and if it's as thin as mine is, we're going to fold it in half just because we want the knees to kind of naturally be at hips width. And it's your favorite exercise and mine, the pelvic tilt. We're going to do a very, very, very minimal squeeze of the pillow, though, as we're tilting. So back flat, little push, and relax. 4 more. Relax. Let's do one more. Excellent, friends. Take that pillow. Don't let it get too far. If you actually want to, you can put it underneath your head. But very gently, we're going to drop the knees side to side. If it feels okay, then you can bring your feet up off the floor. But I would recommend for the first week, keep them down and do not twist drastically. We're literally just doing a little bit of our hip rotation here, our trunk, if you will. And then we're going to roll over to the right side in a fetal position. You're welcome to put the pillow between your knees if you would like. But we're going to extend the arms, hands on top, and we'll do some open books here. So if it feels comfortable, again, everything here is just experimental. It's obviously not anything meant to be like, oh my God, that hurts. But it's something that's like, okay, yeah, this should be part of the routine. And if something is hard, like opening all the way, we make a note of that. But again, we're not trying to force anything here. We're trying to reintroduce our body to simple movements that it was not, unfortunately, able to do a whole lot of with that big belly, that big, beautiful miracle that was inside of you. Yeah, let's go one more. If you notice that I'm kind of bringing my hand up a little bit so I don't hit the couch, but you do want to keep your hand and shoulder in the same plane, all right? Let's switch over to the other side. We'll do 5 for that. Take your time, take your time. Whew. Okay. What I'd recommend is don't do it the way I did it. Just roll over onto your back. That's a lot easier. But again, from here, we open the book and we close it. Actually, I'm going to go from this way, guys, so you can actually see, because I realize camera angle might not be the best there, but I'm going to use a pillow too and try not to get my earring caught on the pillow. Let's do a couple more. Excellent. Beautiful. And then easy as we come back onto our spine. Shimmy a little bit here. And then very gently bring the knees in. Beautiful. Okay, let's pull our chair in a little bit closer. Make sure it's there so you're not using your feet and activating your core to do that. That's going to be a lot of work. But first, we're going to just keep the feet up at the chair, knees at 90 degrees, and we'll do a few more breaths here. So let's take 5 in and out. Two more. And one more. Excellent. All right, finally, friends, I'm going to have you bring your feet up against the wall or the chair. I should have mentioned earlier that a wall is just as good. Again, I'm going to pull this in just a little bit more. What I recommend is if you're not solo and you do have somebody that can help you out a little bit, have them help you out with just moving some stuff. It's always good to ask for help, and I think new mothers are the ones who deserve it more than anything, right? And we literally just chill here for the next minute. If you want to put that pillow under your head again. But the biggest thing is to make sure that our spine isn't overarching. And then just breathe naturally. Gorgeous. Okay, take your time. We're going to set the feet back on the chair. 90 degrees, rolling into a fetal position. And then gently pressing ourselves up. Bringing the hands to your heart. I just want you to thank yourself again for showing up. Doesn't matter what the day looked like. It doesn't matter what we got done. The fact is that we are here against all odds. My mamas, I'm so proud of you. Please keep up the great work, and I hope to see you for the next one. Peace and blessings.